What's up, guys? It is Monday afternoon, and been a pretty uneventful day, which is good. It's a positive thing. We're sitting in the room right now. She's asleep. Just got done eating dinner or supper. Doc come by earlier and told us for sure that the shunt is going to happen, and that the lumbar drain is the only, it's basically doing what the shunt would do. The lumbar drain is what's keeping her pain under control, keeping her out of the ICU right now. Otherwise, they would be in ICU with another port in her head like she had before. She calls that Holly because it made her feel like a Christmas ornament. Anyway, she's been pretty bummed today about her vision. The doctor said that after a couple of months, the brain would kind of readjust. Swelling would come down. A lot of the stroke swelling, it takes a long time to come down, even after the fact. But it was something that through some effort working at it, some rehabilitation and focus exercises, it can be corrected. So. And then there's the glasses, just in case, as kind of a backup. But, so the shunt, if you don't know what a shunt is, so it's basically, let me give you some explanation. Oh, let me back up. What's happening? She had a stroke. And where the stroke happened, some tissue was damaged. And so her original hydrocephalus that we always talked about was where it was produced in the top and then how it drained out into the spine. But then there's fluid flowing around the outer parts of the brain. So where she had the stroke is actually collecting fluid, and it also just happens to be right behind where the incision is, to where they cut her open to work on the stroke. To whatever you would call that. After she had the stroke, they cut her back open to do some sort of correction, whatever that was. I never quite understood. So anyway, fluid's building up behind that incision. It's on the right side. It's one of the things pressing on her optical nerve and other issues. So that's going to be a never-ending problem for the most part, unless the brain miraculously heals itself over time. So a shunt is basically a hose that is put into that area, and it runs down the neck and down through the chest and is placed into like the stomach or some other place. We haven't been briefed on how that'll be for her situation. But that's what it does. It basically just drains the fluid off to somewhere else in the body. Two reasons we were kind of afraid of that. So it's another surgery. I looked it up. It looks like it only takes them like a couple hours. It's a short surgery. But yeah, there's also the worry of how long will it last. You ask the doctor, and he said, there have been cases where it only lasted 6 months, and went bad. And there's some that lasted 20 years and never went bad. So it's kind of a hit and miss. So that's what we're worried about. Then there's also the question of starting rehab over. It's supposed to be a week of inpatient rehabilitation, which she needs. So that's, what does that look like? So we don't know. We don't know all the answers yet. So, but we know we're doing the shunt. And she doesn't want to. I don't want her to. But it doesn't sound like we have much of a choice. It's what is required. So that's all the update I got today. They are waiting for an operating room opening, which means could be tomorrow, could be the next day, could be later in the week. Don't really know, to be honest. He wasn't sure. So they're just waiting to work some schedule around and see when they can get her in the OR. But I'll keep you guys posted when that happens and when we find more out as these answers come to us. just continue to pray. I'm worried she's overly stressed already for this, however many procedures this is so far. So, yeah. Not the news we were looking for today. But it's going to be okay. Thanks, guys.